Yes.
So, hi, do you want to introduce yourself to the audience?
Hi, my name is Baptiste Robert. I'm a French independent security researcher. I guess for the people who know me, I'm from Twitter. I'm used to tweet about security issues in various apps, websites, and of France under the username F-Society. So last year I started to work on the official Aadhaar application. So I found several issues, several vulnerabilities in it. So I started to have a lot of followers in India, and I started to discuss with a lot of InfoSec guys from India. After that, I regularly publish some Aadhaar leaks on some vulnerabilities in India, in Indian website. I also found some interesting stuff in the Namo application, in the application of the Prime Minister. So it's a pleasure for me to connect with the Indian InfoSec community and to be able to discuss with you. Even if I'm not physically here in India, I can discuss with you. So this is cool.
Why do you think you're not in India? What's stopping you from coming?
Sorry?
What's stopping you from coming to the country?
Can you repeat? Yes.
What's stopping you from coming to the country?
I guess the current government doesn't really like what I'm doing, and sometimes people don't like when you show some issue in their system, their website or application. And I found several issues in Aadhaar and also in the Prime Minister application. So I will not take the risk to come in India for now.
So I would like to ask this question to the audience. Do you think we can help him come to India? Yes? Do you all think I can fight to bring him safely and make sure he returns back safely?
Yeah, maybe one day, guys.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to ask you a few questions, and then I keep the session open for the audience questions. So one of the things that a lot of people within the community and on Twitter have asked, why Indian websites, Indian applications, why the, or Indian political person, why India?
Yes, this is a question. This is the most frequent question I'm receiving on Twitter. Why the hell a Frenchie like me is spending so much time on India apps on the website? So the answer is quite simple. India is an amazing country which has many challenges to face. With a population of this size, having a secure cyberspace is an almost impossible task. So this is why I'm so interested by India, because there is a lot of things to improve. And as a security researcher, this is super interesting to study this kind of system. And when you have so much people impacted by the same system, the security aspect of this system is super interesting. And to be honest, my initial encounter with India is clearly random. At the beginning of 2018, a lot of my followers asked me to check the Aadhaar application, the official Android application. Like 5 or 6 different guys asked me, so I decided to give it a look, and I found like 5 or 6 different big vulnerability. So after that, I started to receive a lot of exposure inside the Indian media. and my Twitter account started to become famous among the Indian InfoSec community, and I started to have a lot of Indian followers. And with all these followers, I discussed a lot, and this guy started to tell me, I found something in the Indian application. Can you ask me to contact the concern company? They don't answer to my mails. They don't answer to my phone call. Can you do something for me? And this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to help people to contact the concerned company when they find something.
Do you also have a day job?
Yes, I have. And I'm not paid by a political party or whatever. Yes, I'm working as a Android developer, hacker, as you want, for a startup based in London. My main focus today is WeChat. I'm working on WeChat and WhatsApp. So I'm studying how to get messages and trying to find some vulnerability inside this messaging application. So this is my day job, but I'm a freelancer. I'm quite free in what I want to do and in what I can do. So this is why I have so much time to spend on Twitter.
Okay. So tell us. Damn it. Network problem. What do we do? So the second time he's appearing in public. He has appeared, I think, last week on an Indian news channel as well. We have problems with the internet. आप ऑडियंस को एंगेज करोगे माइक ये निकाल दूं मैं पक्का
Okay, folks, while we fix this, if you have questions to ask him, please be prepared. We'll float the mics in the hall, okay, and you would be able to ask him. So just fixing the internet. Okay, so rejoining again. Okay.
Can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay. So, could you let us know any of your experiences in reporting issues with the Indian government or any politicians?
Yes, of course. So, first, making responsible disclosure is hard. This is very hard, and especially in a country like India, where you have a lot of hierarchy level and where it can be super complicated to contact the person in charge. But contrary to what people tend to think, when you manage to reach the correct person, people are pretty nice. And when you have some technical guy talking with you, in general, these people want to fix the issue. When I discuss, for example, with the application team of the Narendra Modi application, these guys were pretty nice with me, and they just wanted to understand what was the problem and how to fix the problem. So I know making responsible disclosure is complicated, but you have to try. You have to try to contact the concept company, and you have to keep in mind that the most important thing is to protect the personal data of people. So when you are communicating about an issue, take care if you have some personal data of user at risk.
So you're saying that when you contacted the team of Narendra Modi app, they were very nice and they did fix the issue in due course of time?
In reality, they came to me. 1 minute after publishing my tweet, they sent me a private message on Twitter. 1 minute after.
Okay, that's fast.
Super fast.
Do you have any message to the Indian government on how they should ensure the security of their infrastructure or on the UID system?
After all, I'm working on Aadhaar for more than 1 year. I found several issues. I tried to contact UID several times, but this guy are the only one organization who never answered to me. And they always denied what I found. And except lame press releases, they are doing nothing, and they try to fix silently the issues. So the first step should be, in my opinion, the first step should be for the government, for UID, to be nice with security researchers. Please listen to them. Please give them an email address to send the issues. Give them a secure channel to communicate the issue. They are here to help you. They are here to fix the problem and to make the system better. So security researcher, the InfoSec community is really a friend and want to make the good.
Okay. So you say that the UIDI team or organization has never responded to any of your communication over email?
Never. Publicly or privately, they never communicate with me.
Okay. Another thing what I've not done my homework, I've not studied much, but most of the issues that I think you have either reported in public is not the data leak of the CDRs or UID system. It's actually by different departments or different agencies that use that system, right?
Yeah, we found, yes, we found some leak inside of some third parties website who are using the Aadhaar data. We found also some issues directly in the Aadhaar system, and they don't listen. And at least they don't communicate with security researcher, whatever the issue you found. But in my sense, this is also the responsibility of UID to ensure that the Aadhaar data is safely stored by the third parties, because if third party company is authorized to collect Aadhaar data, this company should have a secure storage for this data, because it's not acceptable for a company to store your Aadhaar card, your I don't know, whatever the official document in an open directory indexed by Google. So finding some Aadhaar card directly through a Google search is not okay.
Okay, so my last question, and I keep it open for the audience. Do you want to reveal anything interesting, or working on any interesting stories?
Yes. Yes, I'm working on different stories. It's not finished yet, and the analysis is not finished, so I will not disclose anything right now. But we will have more story to come for sure. Yeah.
So, okay, any questions from the audience? Good.
Yeah, so I understand some background on this, that some agency that use Aadhaar data is not, clearly maintaining security aspect to it. Will this be something, a question to the NCIIP folks here, will this be something you guys can help people like Baptiste to kind of middleman that? Yeah, I'm just trying to get a background for all the other folks, who wants to disclose some vulnerability. So I'll just pass on the mic to you, sir. Is that okay?
Can you repeat
The question was to Elliot.
Yeah.
The question was to Elliot.
No, it's kind of, I'm trying to set the roads on where we can solve this issue where,
So your question is, do you think NCIPC can bridge this gap?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so we have an agency called as NCIPC that would like to be a part and associate with you to do responsible disclosure and reduce the gap between the government and the security community. So if you would like to talk to any organization in the country, I think NCIPC would be, because they agreed for it. Yeah. Do you want to say anything else?
Is it a question?
No. Any other question? No? No?
May I just add one more thing? I just wanted to add one more thing. When you get in touch and when we're talking, I don't know if you can hear me.
Can you hear him?
But when we're talking about...
No.
Maybe you can't.
Okay, so I'll say it and then you can relay it. When we talk about RVDP and we talk about giving us an input, let's be patient. Right? You identified a problem. Now I have to communicate the problem. He has to understand the problem. Somebody has to fix the problem. So all of this takes time. If you give us an input and expect us to fix it in 24, 48 hours, it may not happen. That doesn't indicate that nothing is happening. If you tell a major company or major organization, boss, you got a problem, he has to accept the problem, own it, then only will he fix it. So when you report something, be patient.
Okay. So the input from the organization of NCIPC is that when you report something, they request you to be patient. It can't be fixed within a day or two. There are procedures and policies that they need to follow and adhere to fix an issue, because everything is not in their control. They have to talk to different stakeholders. So this is the response or input from the organization. Do you have a response to that, or yeah? In your opinion?
Yes. Yes. Yes, I have. I have some issue with that because when you have so much data at risk, when you have millions at risk, your personal data of people, hackers and malicious people can exploit and can dump the data easily. And they policy, they don't care about process, and they just dump the data and sell the data to people who want to buy it. So having policy process is okay, but you have to understand that malicious people don't care about policy. This is why I'm so interested, and I want to fix the issue as quickly as possible, because if the data is at risk, malicious people can get it. So I have no problem to discuss with any agency. I don't have any problem. I collaborate with police, government, and it will be a pleasure for me. But you have to be dynamic, and you have to understand that you cannot take months to solve an issue. And this is what I managed to do thanks to my Twitter account. Some free, for example, for the latest Aadhaar leak I published, we tried to contact the company for days, and they never answered. But just after the leak and just after a secure publication, they fixed the issue in 3 hours. So it's possible to fix the issue quickly. And once again, malicious people don't care about process.
Yeah. Yes. So there's a question. Are you willing to help the Indian government to fix issues?
Yes, definitively. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Just curious to ask. Okay, I'll ask him a different question. So, how do you choose your applications to find bugs? How do you decide, okay, today I'll choose this app, today I'll choose that government's app, that agency's app? How do you choose that?
I don't have a clear process, to be honest. I have a big to-do list with a lot of application names, but it's mainly followers on Twitter, thanks to the private message I'm receiving. When I'm seeing that a lot of people want to have an analyze on the same application, and start this application to my to-do list and to analyze it.
Any question? So, okay, no more questions, right? Thanks so much. And I'm sure that the community has committed to bring you safely to the country and make sure you return back. NCIPC has agreed to take help from you and ensure that they would fix. Okay. Okay, so there is a link called rvdp.ncipc.gov.in. rvdp@ncipc.gov.in is an email link, an email account which you can report vulnerabilities to. Yeah, he doesn't want to listen to you. So yeah, there is an email address where you can responsibly disclose vulnerabilities to. And I think you should do that. You have been doing that in the past, but this is an official statement. I wouldn't say official statement, but response from one of the organizations that they would want you to report issues and vulnerabilities to them, and they would take it up with different organizations and stakeholders to fix it.
I will be happy to discuss. Well, I will be happy to discuss with them and to have a chat with them by email, but have a chat, a dynamic chat, not just email exchange.
All right.
If possible.
All right. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.